They hear the concerns about the dollar. They hear the concerns about the economy. What would your last piece of advice to them be?
Well,
Welcome to Just Angel, come and stay. A journey of love in a brighter way. Life is a gift, and I'm sharing mine with joy and peace that forever shine. Oh, this is Just Angel, love shining through, sharing my heart with joy made for you. Peace in your spirit, hope ever true from my soul. May God bless you. Just Angel, love shining through, sharing my heart with joy made for you. Peace in your spirit, hope ever true from my soul. May God bless you.
good morning, family. It is your sister, Just Angel, and I am back to share some more information. And before we get started, family, you know what to do. Grab your coffee, your tea, your soft drink, whatever it is you like to drink, and let's chill for a minute as you take the time to hit that like, smash that notification bell, and subscribe to your sister channel. There is nothing better, family, than to get up and have a nice hot cup of coffee and talk about our coins. Yes, family. Oh, that's so delicious. Family, family, family. Thank you guys for coming and just sharing, some information. And the question is, do you know what the number one coin right now that is selling for hotcakes during this dip? I'm going to tell you right now, it's not the buffalo, even though I love this coin. It's not the Libertad, even though I don't understand why they're still having such high premiums. I mean, right now, spot is $63, rounded off, and they're still selling this coin for about $91.50. All right. And it's not the maple leaf. It's not the Canadian maple leaf. What is selling like hotcakes right now is the one and only American Eagle. This coin right now, even though a lot of us complain about the premiums, a lot of us complained about, even when some people, had situations come up and they wanted to get some money for the coin, they were not giving them much for it, and that was sad. But during the dip buying, when the spot goes down to around this price right now, $62, $63 an ounce, many stackers view it as an opportunity to average down their cost basis by adding more ounces. And we know this coin and the Libertad and the Maples and the Buffaloes were very, very, very high in premiums. So family, before we move forward, I want to share this snippet with you. I want you to listen to this really short clip. And what's really, is, you know what, family? If you think about people that have a lot of money, I'm talking about people that own oil, they own, massive properties, not just, single family homes, but we're talking about, businesses, they own large, resorts, hotels, big stuff. But they will still stack gold and silver. Listen to this video It's only 1 minute, and we'll get right back to this beautiful American Eagle. Let's go.
They hear the concerns about the dollar. They hear the concerns about the economy. What would your last piece of advice to them be?
Well, 71, the dollar became fake money. Everybody thinks it's real, it's fake. So in 1971, I shifted to gold. So I'm a rich man because, as I was saying to you, the rich can see the future, and you invest into the future. So that's what you're doing with AI. I'm not able to do that because I'm not an AI guy. But I do know gold and silver and Bitcoin. I know money. So because I know the US dollar is toast, then I'm going to buy gold and silver and Bitcoin. And that's why the simplest thing you can do is the problem is the dollar. So that's why I say buy real silver. I've been buying silver since it was $3. Silver eagle. I have silver eagles and gold eagles hidden in a vault because the problem is the dollar. The problem is our money. So go back to what I call God's money, gold and silver. I like Bitcoin and I like Ethereum.
Now, family, you see what I'm saying? They're even saying, get the American Eagle, get the American Eagle. And family, you guys know when I started adding to my stack, I had the App Mix, and I didn't have all the Eagles to fill up my stack, but I went ahead and I went and got some more so I could fill my stack. Look at that, family. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful coins. The American Eagle, it's so popular that people are running out and buying this coin because it's affordable now. But you have to be very strategic. You have to be very strategic on where to go. I started calling a lot of my local coin shops, and I came across a company out here not too far from my house. I've never been there. I went and I talked to the lady, and I ended up getting another roll of the American Eagles. I asked the lady, I said, how much are your coins? And this is when a spot was about 57. I think it was at 57. And she said, we're a couple of dollars over spot. It was about $63. So I told her, well, do you have a whole tube? And she said, yes. I said, I'll take the whole tube. So I got this whole tube for about $1,260. And look at that, family. It's just beautiful. But I am in the same boat as a lot of people who purchase silver, and that is I had to repair my stack because I had bought in high and I bought in low. So I needed to get some more weight on my silver, but I didn't want to do it with the rounds. I wanted to do it with something that I can take advantage of while the dip was down, and that was the American Eagle. But I noticed, family, when I got the tube and I asked her what year it was, and it didn't matter. And did you know, family, that some years are even more expensive than the current year? I didn't realize that. I was trying to get just 2026, but I ended up getting, this one is 2014, which was fine with me. But when I looked online, sometimes people sell the 2014 more than the 2026. So I just wanted them to be, brilliant and circulated, so I can come home and circulate them in my hand. So I got a whole nother roll of the American Eagle at a very good price. But family, I noticed when I was leaving, the gentleman that was helping me at first, and then he had another customer, and I was still looking, and then I started talking with the lady. I noticed when she went and got me the tube, he was not really happy. I can see in his face that he was so used to getting $1,500 to $1,600 for the American Eagle tubes. But your sister came in, and I always ask, how much is one first? Just like if I'm selling something and they say, what do you want? And I always go to what the price right now per ounce or gram is right now. I don't like people to take advantage of me. I really don't. I get upset. But I've noticed some of these dealers are getting upset because we are getting a deal. We're getting a deal, and they hate having to get rid of their coins. Some shops closed down for a couple of days. They said, come back next week. We're going to be closed. We're not going to be open Thursday, Friday, or Saturday or Sunday. We'll be back on Monday. And I started thinking about that, and I realized, oh, they don't want to get cleaned out of their top of the line. Because see, this is the top of the line right here, family. This is the cream of the crop right here. That's why trillionaires and billionaires are saying, oh, I got a whole bunch of the American Eagles in gold and silver. I got them all storaged up. They're not saying, oh, I'm rich and wealthy, I'm not worried about it. This is just chump change. Nope. These guys know the worth. And not all dealers, but some dealers are not happy that they have to get rid of their coins at a lower price. But it was okay for us and myself to pay sometimes $19. I think I did a video where I paid for a coin I wanted, and it was, I think it was either $15 or $18 over spot. That's a lot, but I really wanted that coin. And I got the coin, and I was happy to pay for it, right? I was happy to order online. You've seen a few of my open box. I was very happy to open up the box, and show you what I purchased. But I'm in California, so I'm paying for tax. I'm paying for shipping. So even if I get a good deal on a coin, I'm still going to have to pay. If I get free shipping, I still got to pay tax. But when I go to my local coins shop and I go in there and I only had to pay a very small spot price, no shipping, none of that. That man, I tell you, he looked down and I looked away when the lady said, okay, that'd be 1,000. I think she said either 220 or 240 or something like that. Whatever $63 times 20 was. There was no tax, nothing. And I seen his face and I said to myself, oh, he's used to the 1,500, 1,600. Sometimes they even get you more on a fresh tube. So family, also, other coins that are being bought during the dip, it is the silver maple, okay? Also, the British silver Britannia and the South African silver kookaroon. Right now, there's some great prices for the buffalo. I mean, I think I just seen it. I think spot was only less than, I think $1.50 over spot, and you can get a bunch of these. But family, me personally, I can get these and the maples, right? The Libertads are always high, so that's, something that I can't get all the time. But if I could find a place that's going to give me the cream of the crop for a very, very good price, I'm going to jump on it, and so should you. Because like I said in my previous video, when the prices go back up, so will these. And I was thinking, my plan, I said, you know what? I think I'm going to hold my my stack for a decade. I'm thinking 10 years is good. A good decade. And half the time of that decade, right? 5 years in, I can evaluate. And I think the only time I will sell is if I'm going to a coin show. If I decide to participate in going to a coin show and sell and be a good dealer and make people happy with good prices. I'm not going to be selling these for ridiculous prices. They'll be getting some beautiful coinage at a really good deal. So family, let me know your thoughts on the dip. What have you been buying? Please also in the comments, let me know if you have a YouTube channel. I would love to watch and watch your journey on what you're doing and what you're purchasing right now. Right now, like I said, spot is 63. If you can call around your local coin shops and just ask them how much is the American Eagle, let them give you a price. If it sounds good, to ask them, do they have a tube? And then calculate it and then tell them to hold it for you at the counter and just pull up and get that tube. Because these people here, they're used to, selling these guys, these tubes, very, very expensive. $1,500, $1,600, shipping and all this stuff. So now a lot of people at these, a lot of dealers are looking to you to sell your stuff, and they're giving you nothing for it, rarely for what you paid, so they can stock up their stores. And I mean, I'm not hating on them. I'm just saying it is what it is. I know what they're doing. So we got to buy on the dip. We got to get, even if you can only afford a couple, maybe a lot more, I don't know. But whatever you could afford, try to buy on the dip, because this is a good time to heal your stack, repair your stack if you have an issue with your stack. Also, remember, it's a fabulous resale value. Although people usually carry a high premium on the Silver Eagles, also they tend to command higher premiums. So when you sell, it helps preserve your value over time when you get it. So if you're getting one of these coins for $63, you're in a good position, very good position. When this coin, whenever, it could be 10 years from now, when this coin goes up, be in a very good position. And then the people that you leave this for, they're in a better position. You know why? Because there's no investment for them. It's free. So all you have to do is educate them, like my mom did me. And I was very, I was ready. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to do business in different areas, whether it was real estate, dealing in business, and how to get the best for your buck. All right, family, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Please hit that like, smash that notification bell, and subscribe to your sister channel. Peace out.